And she's...
Vicky, I need to know from you two things. Number one, is it true that Mr. Bevilacqua is going to be running for mayor? Number two, where are you from and why do you want my vote?
Sorry, that was two questions. Can you just ask one? Yeah, just one question, please.
Well, I won't get a chance again. Vicky, where are you from?
I live in New York region. My parents live in Aurora. I've also lived in Richmond Hill, but I've lived in New York region for about 12 years. And I would really appreciate your vote just because of I think what the NDP stands for. I think it's really integral that we need change right now. And I think that although I am young and I am not, I suppose, the most experienced of all of the men that are up here, I do think that I bring a different perspective to this election in Vaughan. I'm a youth, I'm a woman, and I can bring a whole bunch of different insight that I think hasn't been brought yet. I think it's really integral to have this youth perspective here in regards to really pressure on the environment, on the environmental question. I think it's the youth that are going to really put the pressure on the older generations to bring about change, since they are the ones who know that they have to inherit the mess that was left behind.
Thank you. And if you can rebut, but the other gentleman here, but if you don't wish to do so, then you
I live very close to here, actually, in Longview Crescent in Woodbridge, and I've been there since 1994. And with respect to Maurizio, I think that he's tired of his job. I think he's disillusioned with his choice of leader, and perhaps not too impressed with the Liberal platform. So I would suggest that instead of wasting everybody's time by going to the polls and voting for him, that he leave office now and throw his support to me. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Listen, I think it's my turn.
Yeah,
I think it's a very valid question. One of the questions you asked is Maurizio Bevilacqua running?
I think her question was, Ms. Wilkin, where do you live, actually? Because she could ask one question. So okay, the question was... The question was, where does Ms. Wilkin live? So that's what we're on. So I said he can respond by explaining where he lives, or he can pass on response.
Well, I've already stated that I've lived in Vaughan for 6 years now. As for where Ms. Wilkin lives, I'm not going to respond to that. Can I respond to her other questions? Please. Okay.
Well, I think Mr. Visentin brought up the other question, so we'll let you respond, and then we'll give Mr. Bevilacqua he can have his chance to respond. So, Mr. Lorello, go ahead.
I'm sorry, as a taxpayer, I hear something. Why can't I follow up on it?
Yep, you can. He's answering right now, and then we'll go to Mr. Bevilacqua.
Well, I think your other question was having to do with what's Mr. Bevilacqua's intentions as far as what's he going to do. Is he running for mayor? Is he running for MP? And that's a valid question. I think we'll leave that to him to answer. But if he does run for mayor, it means if he does win, which he won't, there will be a by-election here, and that's going to cost the taxpayers money. And I think that's very unfair that if he's chosen or wants to run for mayor, state that now, step out of the election right now, okay, and do what you want to do.
Okay, here's your chance. Your comment?
I really don't know what to say about that. So such a laughing matter. I want to tell you something. Look, there is no question in my mind that the city of Vaughan is going through some very difficult times, and I hope that the President Council will work very hard to bring about the type of change that is required. I don't think that the image of Vaughan has been helped quite a bit, and I will tell you that I am not running for mayor, but there is a question I have. When you lose, will you run for regional council?
Okay, thank you. And Ms. Wilkin, the floor is yours for 30 seconds if you choose to have it, or you can pass.
Oh,
okay.